Hello everyone, and welcome to something a little different from what I've been doing as of late. Well, it's Terraria, and yes, I did do that for achievement. Thank you for asking. So yeah, this was a long time coming, at least from my logo is and name channel brand. Don't know if it'll change soon or something. It probably won't. I'm a bit lazy, but yeah. So we just jump right into character creation. Well, they changed the character styles for the newest update. With you just had male and female. Now it's just left and right icons, and also voice slider, and the ability to see what you look like in all these things. If the generic randomizers and the buttons that are still there. And of course, like any person playing a new thing, I messed around with these sliders for a good amount of time here. I will not lie. So yeah, I was messing around since we have now we have access to the original male voice, the female voice, and now a third sound noise to be floopy. Whatever that means. I know those other sound effect noises things, but those are items. And sadly, we won't be getting those for our playthrough. No. Because we decided to jump into the fray and do something a little bit extra. You'll see what I mean soon enough. So, with that in mind, let me skip over to one actually, I guess, finished character creation process or something like that. And here we are. Because I'm not really getting this tends to be just like my baseline character stick. This depending on the day, I might switch around colors besides that, so that's it. So now let's go straight to world creation, not world. So God, that would be stupid, but no. Well, kind of. Fantasy heroes, all things. You have no world. This is also a new feature. We have no worlds. We have not the bees. We have drunk. We have celebration. We have the constant. We have for the Woolsey. We have, I believe, no traps, then remix, and then finally Zenith. And a new one, Skyblock. But first, let's go make a section for what it all is. It's tend to go pick what's classical, but of course not the bees. Anti-land oozing with syrup honey with the buzzing of wings and the threat of venomous stingers await around every turn. Record helmets not included. This turns the entire world into a jungle with a hive under drunk. Crimson and corruption, together, madness. This is the land of world generation gone wild, leading to a Terraria adventure like no other. Go home, world gen, you're drunk. That's how they do other things. Celebration Mark 10. 10 years of Terraria. Join the party in the colorful world of whimsy. Who knows, maybe the team left some gifts behind for you to open. It repaints the entire world and makes small powers stronger. The constant, bringing the don't starve together adventure into Terraria. Can you survive persistent hunger as you seek to save Terraria? Oh, and don't forget to stay in the light. Parents does that. No traps. Whoa, traps! You hate them, right? I hate them myself. This world has definitely been stripped of any and all traps, we think. Maybe. It doubles the amount of traps. Don't listen to the lies. You can still see the goddamn tripwire hook on the tree. It's right there. Anyway, remix. The land where up is down and down is up. Turn Terraria on its head in this important adventure. Will you be brave enough to explore the up? I mean, does that also changes some things. You have to have for the worthy. Are you worthy enough for things? And of course the anti-worm floating in the sky. If little to start with. you must build up your wall from humble beginnings. This is the setup we're going with. Yeah, I didn't give me some time to read the bottom of the thing, but I know what it is. Basically, are you brave enough to, if here's the thing, are you brave enough to do all, to face your great challenge and all that? I mean, you know, it's not as bad as it could be going with Boulder, Warzy, and Skyblock. No, that would be Zenith and Skyblock. Yeah, Boulder, Warzy. This wall is of no mercy, and you will be dead. Only the brave or foolhardy will jump this challenge, and so I shall. In the so busy is stupid thing. So, by nightmare of relaxation feels appropriate for what this feels like. Saying it's master mode because I will now undo the curtains. I have played Terraria before. In fact, I have beaten the hardest difficulty before. Not on hardcore, but I have beaten Legendary Zenith. Or Get Fixed for you, as it's colloquially known as. So, I'm really starting off strong here by going with this combination. Anyway, I name this world the Aethor. Well, thank you. It probably will be the Aethor. Why? Because it's going to be a hostile paradise of floating islands. That sounds about right. So, in other news, it's that time we begin. So yeah, also it's very cool how it's actually pretty jazzy. I mean, yeah. It's a new difficulty. We have the new tag, and you see that it flickers between the two symbols here of Sky and Forza Warzy. That's neat. And yeah, you can really tell this is a Forza Warzy scene because we not only start off the limitless, which I believe is a Forza Warzy thing. There's a sort of block that's apparently supposed to be here that's not. A solidifier. Now, we can get a solidifier anyway by defeating the first boss, King Slime. And that's a great introduction to Forza Warzy, everyone! Yeah. Forza Warzy changes a lot of the game. Gravestones can kill things. Funny achievement relating to that one. Actually, that's kind of the reason why I wanted to go with this. So there are some funny achievements for doing some Forza Warzy things, including a dreaded Lord of Boulders. Yeah, whatever. So let's just start off this journey right and simple by trying to kill a slime. And also, I got like an absurdly good refund on that copper sword. Like, I will not lie, I think I got extremely lucky here with all things said and done. I don't, because character creation and world gen should be two separate things. Like, unless there's something I'm missing that changes the copper sword from being trash to being one of the best starting weapons ever. Usually supposed to start with, yeah, we also have the Mark Copper pickaxe. Silly. But yeah. And, well, I was trying to lower my cast to show you how far up we are. Because, yes, all of that is the map. We have a medium-sized world size, but not a medium-sized world. So, yeah, we can just go from the top of the wall all the way to the bottom to see that, yes, the underworld is still here. And also, something else of note, we've entered the abyss. That's new. We were supposed to hit the ground. We never did hit the ground. There is no ground. Because usually there's a safety feature there, where it's like if you hit the thing, you hit the thing and don't just continue into the void. But no, this might be either a Skyblock thing or a Skyblock for the Wally thing. That's always gonna be a thing that keeps on reappearing. Because this is not just merely Skyblock. This is Skyblock for the Warzy. And Skyblock for the Warzy will break your bones. As I've already been shown. So, yeah. After a bit of this messing around, we go and start the rope project. What's the rope project? Well, you see, these slimes give a numerous of things, including rope. And as you saw, we have a very we're gonna have a very long road of going down for a while. That is the rope project. Well, we'll just take all the rope we have and just place them all down in order. Yep, that's right. That's the rope project, and it's going to take as long as you think it will. But yeah, I think this is roughly around the time I realized that I have one of the strongest copper swords in the game. Just like mess around trying to wait for more slimes. So yeah. And also, you see, here is the second most important object in things. The slime has a seed in it. We have to get that seed as soon as possible. So let's just try to go dig down and, well, do this. Well, weapon might be one of the best. It's also extremely outclassed by an axe in scenarios like this. And of course in scenarios like that. So yeah. After all, well, this is gonna take a lot of time basically. So, but luckily, slimes don't despawn when they are off screen. They only despawn when you fall off the island. It's a floating island. Well, I mean, there's actually otherwise for creatures to despawn that for all sorts of purposes they can only despawn when they are off the island. And trust me, that's a very noteworthy detail there. It's like, we did get an acorn, but we're not able to plant the acorn on dirt. We can only plant it on grass, which, lo and behold, is what the purple slime has. So thus we need to go collect the grass from it, and also there's like some gravestones as well. Gravestones are... Ooh, right. Yeah, gravestones are kind of a noteworthy thing since, well, I was trying to get something from them, and I don't know why I'm saying something. I was trying to get Abigail's flower from having them around, but for my time on the wall, during my first day on the wall, none of them really grew, so, well, yeah. Don't really know what to say about that. And also, for those of you who don't know, if you let gravestones build up for too long, you start to create a graveyard. Actually, the actual biome is deemed graveyard. And we encountered our second, biggest threat in this world, the dot trap slime. There it is, the dot trap slime. It's any slime with a dot trap in it. No, this is not a unique creature. This is, however, still a problem. So, yeah. But lucky for us, we got the grass seed. It's right there. So now we place it there. And, well, at least you don't need to do that gravestone. Right? So, after all that, it's about time we actually start to do the thing that the Limitless has told us to do. do a bit ago, which is make a house. Now, this is a rather simple thing, since all you have to do is just dig out a cave and take some blocks. We're getting a lot of things, but we're not able to use any of them because we don't have stone. Stone is gonna be a bigger issue here in this world than it should normally be. But either way, that doesn't stop us from continuing our journey of dying out 2 times. But yeah, anyway, yeah, here's me trying to place down, seeing if I can place down an acorn in the dirt. Well, it's because that didn't work, and the third case to do something, which was, yeah, because activating keys for step bonuses are down. Couple things about autofile. For record, I've been using autofile the entire time because a copper sword does not automatically allow you to stab with it. And that's why we're using, and that's for convenience sake, we tell you this. And as you see, we comboed that being into the dot. Quite literally. There's a lot of dots around us and it was very easily comboed. But yeah. Either way, when it comes to those things, we finally get back on track. And just continue making a giant, well, wall of dots. Well, you see, if all the slimes don't get in the way, especially they definitely do, they can cause, we can make like a fair good amount of houses, like probably like 2 to 3 mining persons. In an old game that would be quite useful. Too bad we're not in an old game. And for the record, this might be Skyblock. This isn't Minecraft Skyblock. We are not going to be getting materials from mining a block formed by water and lava for 24 hours. No, that's just not how that will work. Instead, let's go kill a zombie, because it entered our house and invited, seriously, the nerve of some people, the nerve, and get wood. I didn't think zombies would contain wood, but here we are. Apparently these are wooden zombies. Yeah, and 15 wood. The reason why wood is an important thing. Why do I need to tell you the importance of wood? It's wood. It's like the base material for anything. It's usually how a lot of these survival games require you getting first things first. Like, half the reason why this was difficult is because of the fact that we can't do anything. And now that we have that, we have, well, missing a wall, which can be filled with that slot. And also, the new housing feature. I mean, it's the same housing feature but improved. So now it's new. Pretty much it does the way thing, show you how good of a base of a house this is. And yeah, after getting distracted by something else from outside, we take a small bit of damage, and again, so to understand, I'm pretty sure for normal couple sort of, this would have either taken way longer, or we have already been overrun by like 3 zombies. But we're not, because we have one of the best couple swords in the business. Look at us go. Like, it'll take a bit before we actually get a proper upgrade to the couple sword. Usually it does not. Usually the next thing you make is the improvement to the couple sword. Like for record, I'm going to build something after I come back from there. Here, it's placed down. Now we have it all. if you don't know, there are two types of doors in Terraria. Platform doors and actual doors. But all it needs to be is like something that designates like the entrance to a place that technically counts as something blocking the path. Although actual doors are better at stopping mobs like zombies than platforms, as you can see. But platforms people can walk on, so that's not a hole. There is a sense of privacy, even if mobs will have to find down platforms. You can't trap doors for this one. You will just have to deal with it the old-fashioned way. And with that in mind, all the zombies in our little abode is dealt with. And as you see, all of them now are sitting in a jail. Since we have 17 points of workbench in the table. The workbench counts as a table. Much like the platform counts as a door, the workbench counts as a table, and the torch counts as a light source. All we need is a chair, which can only be counted by a chair. There's not much around that. A chair is a chair. There might be some replacement chairs, but the only chair you can get is a chair. And we also got a sickle. It's unique, although it's factually legal. But of course, yeah, I tried to use it and it's like, wow, that sucks. Time to go back to the copper sword that literally deals with everything. Like, yeah. Overall, this would be a very grueling start, but we got lucky. That pretty much is like the longest all of it. So then, with us continuing, so we also get a zealous sword that, well, compared to anything else in that. And also, I gave myself some wooden armor. Honestly, in a normal circumstance, I wouldn't recommend making wooden armor. There's A, better wooden armor, and B, better armor. Like, honestly, I am like half tempted to go into the to basically continue the rope ladder, a spiral strategy, if you would, all the way to the underworld to get better equipment, because Ashwood armor is better wooden armor. By Ashwood is the tree that grows down in the underworld. And for the record, all acorns grow every tree. It's not about what it's not about what type of acorn you place. It's about where you place that acorn. It's dependent on what type of tree you'll get. Put it on snow, you get a boreal tree. Place it in normal grass, you get a wooden tree. Okay, well, my plan is a bit flawed since you need to place it on ashen grass or whatever it's called. Pretty much the underworld grass type to get an ashwood tree. And yeah, basically, as you see, wooden sword also kind of bad at this, so we gotta use like the copper sword again. So yeah, don't worry, we will get an upgrade to the copper sword. It might be the strongest weapon in the game, but it's not the strongest weapon in the game. Boss stickity and all that. And also we got an angry cycle. Cycles give +1 defense, and the more power angry, that makes every weapon do like 3% more damage. And yeah, while the wooden sword might do more damage due to its swing speed, due to its swing speed, it kind of sucks. Along the way, you also find out all the falling stars. Yes, we were collecting those as well. Falling stars do two things: kill mobs, and give us our ability to get mana crystals. Woo! The mana crystals! But yeah. So, we don't really need it. An axe is only good at chopping down trees. Where, as you can see, there are no trees. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't know who's the type of person who will be watching my videos yet. So if you are an expert watching this, hello! I am intermediate at skill. So all that was probably redundant information. Well, if you're new to this, well, hopefully my one down was good enough. So very amusing, you had two falling stars start at the same time. And you're like, yeah. Well, after collecting these two stars, I immediately went back to try to kill this thing because, well, I need that gold for NPC. It feels like you don't actually need it, but at the time I was thinking, dang, I need that back so I can, because the zombies surrounded me and there's not much I can do. So I'm just gonna have to let that guy go and lose all that money again! Pretty much, that's gonna be long and sort of this type of journey. A lot of trial and error, but I think this is the most actually a couple sort of just like deal with an army of mobs. By the way, like knockback is a very powerful stat. Like it's a type of thing of like if you don't understand, like, and part of the reason why I died back there because I got hit, knocked back, and then when I tried to run past them, I got hit again. If I didn't have knockback, I would have succeeded. And yeah, the armor set bonus is +1 defense. It means that you get 3 defense because the Greaves give 0 defense still. Like the Greaves are decoration without the set bonus. So all the set bonus does is gives the Greaves defense. Because, so, yeah, like I said, worst armor in the game. Like, legitimately, do not try to get this armor in a normal playthrough. It's just currently the best option we have. I know, it's mildly depressing. But anyway, on the bright side at least, well, Master Mode modifier, that Legendary Mode is not a real modifier, it's just a friendly tag put on for being for the more Z. But Master Mode, the Master Mode gives a little bit benefit, so the creatures might do like triple the classic mode damage or something, if that's what the actual modifier is, but it pretty much is that. We get 100% armor efficiency. This means negating the 4 damage we do. The armor blocks 4 damage, period. Like, the classic and extra mode modifiers don't do that much. We also counted off first Cloud Slime. I mean, we probably can't sell Cloud Slimes actually. This is the first one I'm noting. Cloud Slimes are just slimes that have clouds in them. And we also encountered our new SMC that isn't a demolitionist. The guide, who is usually, I mean, he has a use. He is useful. But if you're using the wiki, he's useless. If you have a extension, like from like a mod that allows you to look up recipe browser. I don't know why I'm trying to be coy here, this recipe browser. It does that, and yeah, shiny, sparkly, deadly. They really did add more boulders, didn't they? Because of crystal bars means we won't be getting that for a while. And Assassin's mysterious skull lets you become a raptor. That's neat. There's also a new whip, but I mean, we can't make any of these things because of, well, we have raw ore and not a furnace to smelt it with. And yeah, no. If you ever see me like just like look at something and just like immediately exit out, because it's all because it means that there's nothing new to make of it. But since this is a new update, I don't know, the guide was there and the guide was updated to be slightly more useful. I tried to go with it. And this is also the exact same reason why you clearly see me just like activate the menu, scroll down, and do it that way instead of like clicking on the block, because clicking on the block is a new thing. Though. I'm not used to doing that. I mean, I guess I am because I played like adult games. That feels like the only reason why. That feels about it. But it's like, well, I know it did go back to get this. No, they came back. They came back to beat me up. That's great. Because I guess I just failed to notice that that one also had a glass block, grass in it. And you know, collecting more grass is useful. Behold, grass collected. Pretty much the main goals for current devil, besides dying, is threefold. First one, get more NPCs. The demolitionist and guide are neat and all, but we also want someone to... Oh, the guide is helpful, but we need someone to sell, period, and the demolitionist can do that, but we typically need a bomb for that one. And we also got ourselves a mushroom. It's a baseline healing item that I wanted to save for, like, future endeavors. And we also have enough grass to plant down 2 trees. Which also means we should have enough grass to burn Abigail's flower meat out. It's always kind of silly seeing the goddamn grave fly off like that. A reminder that graves are been given properties of boulders. Means a fast-moving grave can kill, well, not me, I'm already dead, but like friendly NPCs and the critters, which on that note, I probably should learn how to master that real quick for another achievement, I suppose, yes. As is when I learned that clouds can be used to make things. As this, well, can be, but, well, we need a sky mill. And a sky mill, well, last time I checked, sky mills are fairly easy to get. You just have to go to a sky island. Oh wait, I don't know they exist, and the goddamn double tapping dot slime returned with its poison dot trap. But by the way, you've yet to die to poison from it. It does that much damage. The dot alone, not even the poison. The poison is just a redundancy factor. So yeah. After trying to deal with this mess again. We also encountered a new slime, a torch slime. A slime that's has a torch in it, also known as a slime that's eternally on fire because, well, gel in this game is flammable, and I guess they decided to create a fire slime outside the underworld. It's unique. At the very least, this doesn't drop lava on your head. Anyway, back to the fast forwarding of dealing with dot trap slime. Yeah, we finally got a dot trap, which is actually just generally useless. I guess we already had a dot trap from something else, so that was entirely pointless. But yeah, whatever. But more or less, this is gonna be how we get most of our things for the time being. Just standing up here, and, well, just stringing our wooden sword up in the air because it has longer reach than the copper sword. Again, one of the few times where the copper sword has been thwarted, it's considerably weaker on something apparently. But, yeah. After a bit, I decided to do a bit of remodeling and editing, and of course checking the bestiary for to see if any of these counted as new creatures. The answer is no. Just the regular creatures with new abilities. Thus do not appear in our lexicon of events. Well, Beast Bestiary. Anyway, yeah, I think I just then break those 3 things and then place a veil. And place a cloud platform veil. Thus meaning that, well, we can now do this and pretty much both A, go down and up anytime we want. So yeah, after a lot of slime grinding, and of course, don't forget, I'm waiting for the moment it happens. Actually, I guess it didn't happen right now. Okay, yeah. After more slime grinding and stuff. By the way, the stuff in question was dying because I came to the great question like, hey, wait, if zombies like drop wood in this line of Skyblock, and you know we need more wood for things, why don't I create a graveyard biome? Since the graveyard biome does a few things. The first thing it does is create echo mists, which allows us to have more building opportunities. But the second thing is that it also spawns nighttime mobs. The period. Nighttime mobs will spawn along with their own special graveyard mobs, like the maggot zombie. A zombie that's filled with maggots. So, this I then quickly realized was a terrible mistake because nighttime mobs are usually stronger than slimes, and the nighttime will happen regardless, so we have time to repair them, and also, for the record, yes, we had 25 deaths at this time. Yeah, I definitely died a lot here. Then again, dying might be a useful thing since... Honestly, I might want to use a graveyard biome to make some items. But of course I have to go make sure like I remember what I can make in a graveyard biome. And what workbench to require, because not everything can be made in a workbench, as you know. As for example, the Sky Mill. We also potentially need a loom, which will need cobwebs, which we don't even know where cobwebs are, so we can't really try our luck there. So yeah, there's a lot of things I do not know, but hey, at the very least, for most parts, they seem to, the zombies and stuff seem to ignore us, that's a good thing. It means that they're less of a threat, and also can we continue that goddamn mini zombie, baby zombie, got no tackles to be sold for later, if we ever got monsters. Which probably means we got things that, yeah. This worked out well for a time, but yeah, this was a time when I started realizing, oh wait, mildly overwhelming since they will go, unlike slime, since some no go down to platforms, zombies will, and yeah, ghosts. That was kind of like the, yeah, no, this was a terrible plan. That was the part where I realized this was a terrible plan, because we can't, as you've seen, it takes a lot of effort to take out one creature, since you have to just focus down that one lane. If a creature can just really go to the other lane, or create their own like the ghost can, we would basically die. Like, NPCs can fight. They're good at fighting on their own, but that's really besides the point. So yeah, we placed down a door to deal with that. I guess with the door in mind. Yeah, we also you technically create a new room, by the way, from doing that, but that's besides the point. Yeah, like zombies can't open doors. So yeah, this little experiment was kind of robust. Might do it later though, but for now, I think it's also already nighttime. So yeah, just one more thing to deal with. Pretty much. In that night when I was farming for materials and you know just killing zombies, we got a very important item. It's the only Boulder zombie arm. it got changed visually. It now kind of does go around. The cool part is that it's also our first real upgrade. This thing, yeah, you see this zombie parts around. It's kind of funny. In a more of a type of way, but yeah. We also, yeah, planning on getting a bow. Probably should get a bow since everything it was all kind of rare in this world. So, of course, we need to create 2 items at all. Because NPCs need their own rooms, or housing as it's called. So, yeah, let's move the guide. I believe his name is Steve. He is Steve. Into his own place and place down a table and chair. Doesn't really matter how you place them, as long as it's table and chair. Door as well. And yeah, the table is a lot more bigger than the workbench, but I mean, that's just how physics work. But yeah, we finally got more. Yeah, this thing does a lot more damage. Actual double-digit amounts of damage. This will basically be our weapon from here on out until we get a better one, hopefully. Like, I will not lie. It functions, it works, it can deal with these crowds, and the Mortis zombie hand can actually deal with multiple groups like this, like the Copper Soldier can. So, like, we finally got something that can deal with, like, everything. It also swings quickly as well, so, you know, all that. But, yeah. Anyway, that was more or less all we got from the night, as we continue on. So yeah, after a grueling night of finding things and whipping off the arms of the undead to use it against them, critters started to spawn, as well as our first tree spotted, which, not going to lie, with the amount of zombies we've slain, and zombies we'll have slain in the future, the tree growing up is not as cool as it sounds. I'm not going to lie to you. But the real important thing is that we have a tree, and the act of it being a tree is far more better than the act of it being wood. For it can give us some fruits and things, and maybe some other items. Or a bomb. This is still for the Warzy, as I remember, and one of the walls that at least in a pure for the Warzy seed has is to blow up. Well, drop a bomb on you and blow you up like that. So yeah, not great. And also something I failed to notice when I was fighting another goddamn dot trap slime was that the mutant spawned, which is noteworthy because the mutant's only supposed to spawn when you have like a gold. We don't have a gold, we have 60 silver. And every time we did have a gold, well, we lost it at some point. So yeah. After making sure we don't have graveyard biome again, which I forgot, doesn't Mortant have anything for the graveyard biome? But yeah, that's when I noticed the Mortant showed up. Yeah, it's like, wow, from all, in between all the times I died. I wonder how many times I've died this time around. Yeah, we also have a forest pylon, which is useless. We also get a battle sickle, it's remind me, right, we can actually go get hay. We also have a bug net, which is perfect for capturing anything but bugs. Like rabbits and birds. I mean, it can also catch bugs, but you know, why catch a bug when you can catch a rabbit and grill it for its food? I think you grill skulls, you make soup out of bunnies. It's better than them dying a meaningless death. What do you want from me? We're a survivalist here. I guess not really. We're not really here to survive, more or less. We're just here to not die. And you know what? That, I think, is a great time to end off episode 1. So, yeah, the rival of the Mortons. Since now with him, well, we can do more stuff than we originally can. We're still far, far away from being able to do what a normal, Terrarian can do. Yeah, it's like, so as I go around checking if I can make anything of note, I'll end off this episode here. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Tune in next time for whatever ends up happening next, and I hope to see you around in the journey through the skies.